Pecos is this special little valley. It's a small little community that's east of Santa Fe and west of Las Vegas, right in the center. So it's been a little hub of people for since time immemorial. Life has been thriving here. We've got the plains to the east to Las Vegas. So it would bring people together from the plains, from the Rio Grande Valley, all over as a place to meet and trade. So it's very important. It was a very important gateway for people to sustain themselves by trading with others, and also the waters that were provided from the watershed and the high peaks made this a prime place for agriculture for native communities to thrive. So it's been important since then, and it continues to be that way. We haven't changed too much. Hunting is prime here. Fishing on the Pecos River is prime. The Pecos River is New Mexico's largest river that actually originates within New Mexico. So it's our river, and it travels many miles down to Texas, dumps into Rio Grande and off into the Gulf of Mexico. So touches very many communities. Everybody depends on it along those communities, especially down south. Lots of agriculture, all the life, wildlife, plant life that sustains us, helps with that whole cycle. It's very important. So Pecos is that special place. People come from all over the world to hike here up in the wilderness, and we've been contaminated by mines before in the past, but we've survived and we've thrived, and we want to continue doing that. We have current threats. In 2019, an Australian-based mining company called Mexico, so they wanted to explore, do around 30 holes up to 4,000 feet deep on approximately 26, I think, mining claims on a footprint of a little over 200 acres. So they wanted to come in, do some exploration. So the community is still shaken from past mining, and during the late 1800s, when the mining boom was happening, moving out west, this place started getting explored a lot. Then during the World Wars, the World War I, late 20s, early 30s, little town north of us, Terrero, actually that's where it got its name, from the mines, boomed in the late 20s, early 30s to help support some of the war efforts. So that mine stayed. It closed down probably mid 30s, somewhere around there. No work was ever done on it. Finally, in the 90s, they started doing reclamation work. Taxpayers, of course, had to pick up the bill. Millions of dollars spent, tens of millions of dollars spent later to try to clean up what they left behind. But while they're doing that work, we had a runoff event where some of that disturbed soil was washed into the river, which contained a lot of contaminants. There was a 90,000 fish kill off. It just pretty much crippled the local fish hatchery, crippled the local outdoor rec economy. Nobody wanted to come here. So a lot of work has done to protect it and restore it back to its natural self. And here comes Mexico to try to take us back. So it turns out that they now had over 200 mining claims that would impact over 4,000 acres that they had staked in the area. We can't do too much because of the Mining Act. 1872 Mining Act is just so out of date. So we have to take matters into our own hand to try to put roadblocks into in their way. So we started this process called the Outstanding Natural Resource Waters within our Water Quality Control Commission within the state, to put protections on the part of the Pecos that would be affected or impacted by this and its tributaries and some wetlands. So now no further degradation of the water can occur. And if there is an occurrence, then wherever that contamination point comes from, they'll be liable. So that was one of our ways. Our next way, was working with Senate Bill 3033 with Senator Heinrich, and also working with Congresswoman Ledger Fernandez Stansbury, but Senator Heinrich and Lujan are working on legislation to protect that area, doing through a mineral withdrawal and a wilderness designation of over 11,000 acres. We're also working on administrative withdrawal of the minerals within the Pecos area as well.